Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Hi. How's everyone
What's
doing?
it going?
Tell me this is working. Has everyone got fantastic audio?
Hopefully. It's taken us how many hours just to get this all working?
Quite a minute. Yeah, it's taken us a while. So, me and Acle tested that all this works the other week, and it did, but we've had to kind of change it up a little bit to be able to stream it. But here's what's going on. We're doing a live drum mix. Myself and Acle.
I can play the drums from here.
Literally, Ackle's triggering my drums. You loud bastard. Ackle's triggering my drums from Milton Keynes. And I'm in America. Look at us go. Flipping amazing. So, what we're playing with is Superior Drummer 3, Toontrack Superior 3. And I am particularly shit at getting just mixing drums. It's not my skill set at all. I can play them, I just can't get them to sound good. I generally just go to the default settings, and I don't want to do that. I want to have kind of an idea of how to make it work.
Don't want to do that.
It's like, Acle, mate, do you want to get on a stream sometime and do what you do
Have a go.
to make Tesseract drums sound good? But we're kind of challenging ourselves with this one. We're not. We're just
It's
using.
kind of outside my comfort zone a little bit because I usually use loads of external plugins like UAD, Waves, FabFilter, all kinds of stuff. But we're using just what do you call it? The internal plugins just that come with Superior Drummer.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a challenge, but it should be. There's some good plugins in there, but it's just different to what I'm used to. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
so it's going to be a bit crazy. But I mean, we might as well just get into it because this is brand new for both of us.
Yes, I'm also going to use my monitors for it, my speakers.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be times where I forget to unmute your voice or unmute myself, and it's just going to be like, "What the hell's going on?" It's probably going to happen quite a lot, but
Fair enough.
we'll figure it out. It's good then. Where do we start? We've already picked the def kit, just because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
And I like the symbols
I'd
on
say the first place to start that'd be a good point would be to make sure everything's actually doing what it should be doing.
what you're triggering stuff.
Yeah, just to make sure nothing's doing anything weird. Like,
That's kind of you have to do that on your side. Oh, you said you wanted to add
stack. That's not
Stacky-
doing
Stacky
anything
McGee.
yet. So, what stack do you
I will
want to
set that
use?
up. So I think we use the same one, the one from the Prog Foundry. Is that right?
I think so. That's the one I use. I'll just type stack into search.
I'm not used to doing it that way.
Okay, you do it your way. Oh, it's a Spock,
Spock.
isn't it? It's a
That
vinyl one.
That's what I usually use.
Hit that one. Yeah, sounds like that.
Yeah.
So add
Add
that,
that one.
and then if you go to MIDI over on the right hand side, MIDI in settings down. Stop up. There.
That
That's it.
Yes, is
Click
when-
on learn.
Learn.
Okay, then the drop down just below it, select instrument 1. There you go.
That one.
Crash, yep. Okay, and again, where it says Rack Tom 3, change that to instrument 1.
What the fuck? Okay.
There's
Like that?
two. There you go. There's 2 trigger areas on the pad,
See.
so I have to set both.
I'm
of
not
them.
used to this side of it.
Just very quick as well. We just need to raise the volume of it or the velocity, so I can draw that in very quick. So if you give me command, or just turn the
You
mixer
have-
up, I guess you can try that.
I think it's more down. That's going to be the microphone thing. Hang on a second. Let's check that. Root instrument microphones. Hang on a sec. It will be next tab. There it is.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if we can give it its own little channel actually. Whoa, just a month. We could
I've never played with
send.
this at all. See, this is
This is the bit I'm used to. Yeah, you know the sort of E-kit side of it. I'm kind of more used to this side of it. And give it a mono channel as well.
What are you doing? Okay, you're gonna have to show me this because this is magic.
Yeah, hang on a second. I wouldn't normally do this, but basically I'm just sending the Spock just to this channel.
Yeah.
That should be coming through. I'll be a bit quiet.
It's very quiet, but yeah.
It's just in case you want like a separate fader just for it. It's kind of a bit unnecessary, but sometimes it's nice to have it.
Nice.
Oh, come on.
That's perfect.
That's cool. I also have to mute your microphone to me because otherwise I can just hear your pads going.
Yeah, of course you can. That sounds pretty nice though. Like,
okay,
it's quiet at the moment, but I'm guessing after we've done all of the clever stuff,
tweak that.
It'll be a lot louder.
Let's give it a little boost.
Yeah.
As you find out, it's quite compared to the rest. Let's boost the instrument itself. UDB.
Cool.
Anything else on the kit? Are there any other crashes or anything? You use Tom 3? Or do you just use 1, 2, 3? Sorry, 1, 2, 4, 5.
I do 1, 2, 3. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd lose the one that's above the third rack tom. I tend to have
third one.
Yeah, I tend to have 2 floors, even though it's like in a rack tom position, just because I think it sounds better.
I do the same thing, so that's kind of what you've got live, isn't it? So I usually just remove that even just because I don't need it. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Plastidon said, is this a default def kit? It is. We've just added that little China. And the only snare I've changed is, usually it starts on that one as default, but I've moved it to the bell brass. That's the only thing I've done to it so far. Nice. I did that before the stream. That's the only thing we've changed so far. Should we start? Where do we start? I don't start with layers first or some levels.
Wherever you're happy to start, it doesn't make a difference because we're gonna maybe do levels first, and then we can
yes, it might
beef them up a little bit afterwards.
Excuse me. Okay. It's just the way I work. Whenever I set up a mix, it's just the way I'm used to working. I just like to give myself lots of headroom. I just turn everything way down. So you could use this, but I want to bring the actual channels down. So I'm going to bring it like almost stupidly quiet. So you're probably not going to hear a thing.
I can hear it.
It's quiet, but then we can boost it because we've just got a little compressor on the master. Keep playing a beat. How's that?
Yeah, that feels quite nice.
Okay, that's what, sir?
I was just going to ask what have you done there because that was amazing.
It's just a master bus. I've just boosted it, so I've brought everything down in Superior just to get a nice clean level, give ourselves some headroom. Because I'm going to be adding loads of EQ and compression, and then it's just going to slowly creep up. So it's to give us headroom, because that's just the way I'm used to working. I learnt that off Moss.
That's great. And then that.
Probably going to have to back that off as we go along as well, actually. But
yeah,
it should be okay.
But that's all it is, just that knob.
On the Slate plugin, yeah, it's just boosting the output, but it's got a slight bit of compression on it, but it's barely touching it.
Yeah. Fantastic.
It's just to make things sound loud, but it doesn't distort. It's just I've used it for years, like 10 years. This plugin, it's great.
The magic knob.
Make things sound loud, but not shit loud.
It's actual magic, that is.
So yeah, that might be a little quiet for now, but it's gonna grow as we sort of start to mix it. Okay. Actually, we should play along to. See, that's probably gonna be really loud compared to the music because we're gonna play along to Dystopia.
Oh yeah.
So let's just get some levels of that because that could be stupidly loud.
We haven't got my drums selected for. Oh yeah, set the levels that you want to set for that stuff. We have to.
Oh god damn it. I'm gonna group them actually. Group link. This is different to mine.
Sorry.
It's all different. It's alright.
I did instruct it to be identical.
Alright. Are you getting drums now? Here we go.
I am.
Alright, just have a little jam along with it.
That's alright.
Cool. That's enough to. It's roughly okay.
Cool.
Right. Let's do some layers because that's where I'd usually start. It's a bit unrealistic, but we can do it, so why not? Kick drum. Oops. If I was going to add a layer, how would I do it? Add to open. So this is a layer I use quite often. I think I've used it since Polaris. It's just nice and clicky. Where is it? Oh, this is different. Is it that one? Whoa. That's the one, I think.
Monster kick, that is.
It's nice and clicky. It's kind of a bit too metal, but
Metal.
but lay it up. It might be quite cool. Just give me some kick.
Well, that's super loud. I was going to turn the drum audio a bit down on the stream because that was going all the way into hell.
I had you muted. What was that?
Sorry, I'm just turning the drum audio down a little bit on stream because it was just like, ah!
That might have been my bad. That's my bad. Okay, hang on. I think what we should do first is I'm going to read things, thinking about it. Still warming up. So, I'm going to read everything to like some buses. So let's call that like the kick group. Call this like the snare.
Yeah.
We got toms. Then we just have like hats, overheads, stuff like that. So that's the metal machine kick. You're going to go there. And all of you're going to. Oh, you're already going there. I already did that earlier.
And that.
We're not using. We're not using them. That's like the second
kick. All right.
Yeah, which we're not using. I don't think.
It's that one. Get rid of that. You just like remove the instrument.
Yeah, might as well. Remove instrument. Yeah, keep it clean. Snares. Send over snares. You got there. Hi-hat can go to the overhead. It doesn't really matter. That's fine. All the toms. You'll go to a tom bus.
Right, all the cymbals and things.
I'll call that to like an overhead thing. And then we'll make a room one as well.
Nice.
Bus 5. Let's call that room.
Oh, that's my favourite bus. That is. I love a room bus.
Room bus. Room bus.
Room bus.
I usually keep the rooms muted as I'm starting just to get a nice close mic sound to begin with.
Yeah.
And bring in the room mics after. Right, yeah, give some more kicks, sorry. Just a kick. You have to, when you're doing messing with layers, you usually have to check the the phase, because you're taking samples from different libraries, so the phase could be inverted. So you have to just kind of check that, and the low end kind of disappears when it's not flipped with that one. So I think, yeah, it seems better that way. It's the same with snares and everything.
I'd have never thought of that.
It's difficult to hear on headphones, I find. I find it easier on monitors just because the low end's better on them.
Yeah.
I'm also going to mute. Actually, let's just have a little listen. Let's mute that one again. Yeah, keep hitting the kick a bit.
I'm getting a lot of it down.
I'm going to mute those microphones just because they sound a bit nasty. Just keep it, slim it down a little bit. It's a bit tighter. Okay.
Hear the snare bottom, snares rattling. I love that.
Actually coming through there.
We're getting. I can hear the snare wires a lot, which is quite nice.
Do you like it or do you not like it?
No, I do like it because it sounds like a real drum kit. But
okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's just coming through the overheads, I think. What else might I do? You didn't install Metal Foundry, did you?
I can't remember, but we can install it if you want.
That's okay. We'll see what we'll get on with those two. I sometimes use one for Metal Foundry, but it's probably a bit overkill for this.
Right.
So I picked this snare, by the way, because why did I pick the snare? Because it's in tune with the song, I think. Let's play along with it a little bit again.
The click's wrong.
Sorry.
Where are we in the song? Is it looping or something?
What's that?
I was completely lost in the song there.
Cool. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. But yeah, that snare, I think the sustain. No, I had to tune it a bit. That was it. I wrote a note about this earlier.
Snare seems really quiet when I hit it compared to everything else. I can actually turn.
It will get loud
on my end a bit.
No, we'll leave it for now. Leave the snare for now because it's gonna creep up as we go. In a second, but I'm gonna try tuning it. Process it.
Do you want to keep hitting it while you're doing that?
Yeah. Alright, cool. The sustain of it is roughly in tune with it, I think. But let's add more layers, because why the hell not? I've started using this one recently from the prog kit. I'm going to do it just to the rim shot. So every time you do a rim shot, which I'm assuming you're normally doing rim shots on the kit, like for the heaviest hits, yeah?
Yeah.
Like for the backbeat, yeah. Why can't I see the window? There it is. Prog Foundry, 1920.
Ooh, that's a big
sorry, it's going to be really loud. Stuck on rim shot.
That was center sound, not the rim shot sound.
Hey, that's okay. I think it'll be okay. Whoa.
That's cool.
Right, it's going to rename that. This is our layers. I need, it's the snare top condenser, snare top con Ludwig. Don't really need all these, we'll get rid of that one. Don't need the snare bottom, I just want the snare top of it. Let's hit some like hard hits. Alright, cool. What's it gonna do?
So we've got two snares triggering on the rim shot and
rim shot.
one triggering on the ghost notes. Sick.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So I'm just thinking. I might not do it now, but because I know you don't like the hung of the snare drum, because it gets a bit Saint Angry. I have a little bit of that in there, just because once you've got all the distorted guitars and stuff in there,
it gets lost anyway.
That's what kind of helps it cut through the mix.
Let's try and put a bit in if you want.
Yeah, well, I think there's a little bit of that already in there, but if there's a reason I kind of tune the snare to the key of the song. Is I don't feel the need to EQ loads of notes out with an EQ, then you just kind of affect the tone of it. But instead, you could use the envelope. So if you hit the snare again, we could just have the attack of it like that, even.
Oh wow! See, I didn't even know you could do that.
Shorten it a little bit. We'll keep it like that. I'm gonna go crazy and add one more because I was trying it earlier. We don't have to use all of them. We can like mute them and blend them in slightly. This one's even more Saint Angry, but I like a bit of that to make it cut. Where is it? Rim shots. And it's a DW. What's that?
Saint Angry.
Yeah.
Pang.
Actually, like Shock Horror, I actually kind of like that snare, but it's obviously a bit overboard. But I quite like that sustain. It's just too much of it. But
yeah,
the actual tone of it's quite nice. But yeah, maybe that's really bad. I don't know.
That's the one.
Yeah, Saint Anger. More Saint Anger. In a second. It's gonna be really loud.
But when you put all them together,
hopefully, it's gonna mute you for a second. One sec.
Yeah.
Keep hitting the snap. That's cool. Let's call that one. Snare top, DW, Saint Anger. Actually, yeah, just ST Anger. There we go.
I love it.
Let's shorten that one a little bit, actually, I think. So we can go into there. Use the envelope. Like that.
Brilliant.
Right. I think I need you to play along with the mix a few times. I think the music and get some levels. Oh, have you got no drums?
Not at the moment.
Oh,
I've got snare.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Yeah, if you like play along and I start soloing stuff, is that gonna throw you off, or is that
No,
alright?
it'll be fine. As long as I can hear the audio, I'll be able to carry on playing. I am professional.
Professional. Try it. Well, okay. Before we start doing that and messing around with levels and EQing and stuff, is there anything else we want to like go over, like what we've just done there? Or?
Has anyone in chat got any questions about the stuff we've just done? Because
I haven't really been paying attention to chat. But...
No, like I'm just curious because like this is new territory for me and Acle. We haven't done this ever before. We just thought...
I haven't used these plugins, and well, the plugins I'm going to start using, I haven't used them in a long time, so it's a bit like, what am I doing? So I feel like a little bit of a noob with that, but it'll be all good. Oh, I know what we need to do actually. Let's route. I'm gonna make like a, because normally in Cubase I'd route all of these microphones. Actually, sorry, let's get rid of those. What I remember, keep it clean. The way I do it is I'd route all of these microphones to their individual channel in Cubase.
Yeah, I've done that before when I've had to export stems for.
Yeah, but obviously we're just gonna do it within this for now. I'm gonna treat it as if I was doing it in the Cubase. I think.
Oh, so there's two.
So I'm gonna send.
Everything's gonna go to those two.
Yeah, I'm also make like a snare, like a parallel thing for some parallel compression later. Snare parallel, and we'll do like a snare reverb. I may want to send that. I'm making like a dummy drum group in case I want to do any like compression to the. I mean that's technically the group, but I want to have one before there just in case. Sometimes it's useful.
It's all of a sudden I'm having all these like light bulbs turn on in my brain. It's like, oh, that's how you do it.
That's cool. And then that goes to there. Drums parallel, that can go to there. And then all of these can go to that drum group. It's play, check that's still working and stuff. Yeah, cool. And we'll set up like the parallel stuff later. Excuse me. Cool. I guess like play along with the track. I'm going to mute my microphone for a few minutes just so I can like crank my speakers a little bit.
Just 2 seconds then. Gizmo said how much... No, someone said how much for a St. Anger cover, and I guess there isn't enough money in the world. How are we syncing across the ocean? We're using a few things. We're using TeamViewer just so that Acle can control the computer. And we're using... What's it called? That plugin that we're using to stream the audio to you.
Audio Movers.
Audio Movers, there you go.
Audio Movers, listen to, something like that.
Yeah, and it's streaming the whatever channel you put it on. It's a VST, it's a plugin thing, and that's sending it out to a like private IP address somewhere. There you go. That's it. And it's
the IP isn't on there, so it's okay.
Yeah,
wouldn't matter anyway, actually. But it's quite handy that like it means you can do like remote mixing sessions and stream it to somebody else kind of thing. That's kind of cool.
Really, really handy. And then the rest of it is just technical stuff we set up this morning, capturing Acle's camera from Discord and sticking it into OBS. That's it, basically. So there we go. Remote control. That's how he's doing it. All right. Any other questions, ladies and gents? Hang on. Hang on. If you scroll up, because it's happening too fast. We've got too many people talking.
Hello, James.
Hello, Metal. Bjorn on bass. If Jay was a rot and played everything at the same velocity, I don't know what rot means. Would there be a shorter way to make it sound more human rather than manually editing all of the note velocities? Oh, okay. So if I was the worst and I just had it set so that everything was 127, is there a shorter way to make it sound more human rather than manually editing the note velocities? Is there like a humanizer? Can you get like a humanizer plugin for?
I don't know. Just program it in right. We'll play it right.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I've never had to do that. So I've never had to answer that question.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, what I remember though, kind of on that subject. Oh, did I just break it? Oh, no. How do I select all of them? There's a way of selecting all. Can't remember how.
Control A.
No, that's probably just done something else. Okay, just going to have to hold control more then. I have control.
The other floor, Tom. Oh no, you got it. Well, it's pedal high.
Oh yeah. Gonna add basically layers to it. I think they're all in there.
Now?
So by default, it's set. The amount of layers you get it's only set to 4 or like 8 or something, like total of 8.
Describe layers.
Sorry, the amount of samples. So for every 100, hard hit at 127, there's only going to be 4 samples.
Yeah.
Round robin samples.
Mm-hmm.
So I set the max to 32 and just give it a few more. Like, I don't know if it actually does anything, but it just might be a placebo effect, just to try and add to the pool of round robins, just to make it a bit more.
RAM all of a sudden gets rinsed.
Yeah, probably. And there's also some things that's moving. There's another button. Oh, where was it? Just hear your dog barking in the background.
Yeah, standard.
Where was it? There's another one. It's disappeared. It's not in there, is it? Yeah. There's another sort of humanization thing. Maybe it was smoothing. But, yeah. Can't remember where it is. Maybe it was a Superior Drummer 2 thing. Never mind. There's another thing I had to do is tune that. So it's in the key still. I've forgotten about that process. Right, yeah. Do you want to jam along a few times? I'm going to mute my mic, so I won't be able to hear you either. I'll mute you. Yeah, have a jam and try and mix into it a bit. If you want to get my attention, you'll have to wave at me. Alright, I want you just to hit the kick by itself for a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like, do some solid, no fast ones, just like solid single ones sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just trying to get rid of some overtones.
Cool. Oh my god! Diego just tipped 100 quid. Thank you so much, Diego. Holy cow. Blind Flapjack, this is Superior Drummer 3. It's drum programming software. It's very good. Acle.
All right, play along with that. Let's try to add. I'm just trying to like cut out some of the mud and like the. Cause you can kind of hear the kick, at least on my monitors. It's kind of ringing like that kind of 150 area. So I'm cutting that out and trying to add in some oomph as well. Yeah.
We had £100 donation coming from Diego.
Oh, nice one, Diego. Sorry, I can't hear those alerts. We'll see them when I'm doing that.
Good. I just thought I'd let you know. Thank you so much, dude. That's incredibly kind.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Do you need me to keep hitting kick drums for a minute?
Yeah, let's do that for another 2 hours. Then we'll do 2 hours on the snare drum.
Yeah, the thing is, you've done some live shows where like it feels like I'm literally playing just a kick or snare for ages. Like it can't be that different from the night before. Like seriously.
Right.
All right, here we go. Kick.
Actually, play along to the track again. Actually, it's a little bit tighter.
I'll just play it a bit better. Just not quite my tempo, mate. Not quite my tempo.
just do some. It's hard to hear the level changes I'm doing on the snare, which is weird. Might be because it's kind of being sent to me as MP3 quality, but never mind. Just keep doing like hard hits on the snare there. Okay. I don't want to do too much EQ. I actually quite like this plugin. So let me. Is it this one? Yeah, put that on the group. It's just like it seems to make it sound crisper and brighter by putting this one on. Like if you just do hard hits and try that. Yeah, just I'll bring it in here. Keep in it.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you say?
Definitely brighter.
This is brighter, yeah, because a bit more snap. Let's try adding some sustain to it and attack, because why not? That's what you do. More Saint Anger. Play a beat. Sorry, play a beat. To it to give it some flat. Might be a little bit bright, but we'll see what we're going next.
Cool.
Keep playing the beats. Alright, I was struggling with the snare a bit there. It was like, I think it was actually the auto makeup was making it go weird and distorted. I turned it off and it feels a bit better now. And as soon as you turn the room mics on, it's like, yeah. I've only turned one on. I think somebody was saying they were having problems with the stream.
It's definitely their end or Twitch's
cutting
end
out.
because I've got no dropped frames.
Sweet. Cool. Fair enough. Alright, I'm gonna look at my ears are a bit wrecked because I was doing mastering this afternoon, but I'm not 100% sold on my phase choices on those snares, but it's okay for now. Add. There's a room mic I wanted to put in. That one.
Sounded nice.
I'm getting that. Booth.
That's what we put in now.
More room mics, excuse me. So these two stacked snares from the prog kit, they've got, there it is, Booth. The Booth room mics and those are quite nice. I quite like those. So I'm going to create a channel for those. They don't come on by default. When you add it as a
just radioed us with 13
thingy.
people.
Hey, Malian. How you doing, buddy? Then I go there, send you to the room channel. Turn that on. Oh, bro. All the room.
Nice snare.
I'm also something about that mic. It feels like it's quite far away, so I'm going to bring it back in time.
Oh, amazing.
Can you do it a little bit? That's a bit better. Let's try that. Just compress that a bit. Press it to shit.
Sick.
Look at that one. Could make that a cheesy done this. I don't usually do this, but there's a gate on here. I turn this into a cheesy, like, Bon Jovi gated kind of room sound. I don't know if that'll work.
Pads.
Sorry. Kick again.
Right.
I always kind of bring the stereo mics, the room stereo mics in a little bit, so that well, they don't need to be fully left and right. Well, personally, I mean, they sound nice by themselves fully left and right, but with Tesseract stuff, at least when you've got hard pan guitars and clean guitars and synths and stuff, it's just to try and focus the energy in the center a little bit more.
Diego, very quick. Diego, thank you again, and I'll catch you next time.
Oh, nice one, Diego. Select all, turn all them on, turn some ambience on, play a beat. Do some with some cymbals as well. Alright, that's kind of cool. It's kind of hard to explain what I'm doing. I'm just kind of improvising.
So
this is pretty much what I do on my. Sorry, go on.
What's on what channel?
Yes.
EQ on. I've just seen what's on what. So you've got EQ.
So on the kick, I've EQ'd the kick as a whole, as a group. I haven't done that much to it yet. Just getting rid of the egginess.
Yeah.
Reducing the sustain on it to stop there from being too much.
Yeah.
And then trying to boost. I should just cut below that as well. Then just boosting 60 hertz, but might need to actually, for safety, cutting below like 40 hertz just cleans it up. I find on the kick. You don't need that really. Just stops the speakers from farting out.
Yeah.
Let's bring it up a little bit. That room mic's quite. Yeah, let's bring the kick. Let's bring the kick down the room mic a little bit. Keep it in the kick. Depends what you're playing. If it's something like Hexes or Phoenix, it's quite nice to have the kick in the room mic. But if you're doing like all the heavy distorted stuff, I like to take the kick out of the room mic just to keep it nice and tight.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends. For the stage drops, I'd keep it down. And then sometimes with these, like with the mono room mic, that one, I've just got the snare going through it, and I'd usually do the same with these ones. I'd just send the snare and maybe the toms to these ones, just for, treat it as a reverb almost. Chuck all of them in there as well. Play a beat again. I'm gonna keep doing these room mics. So I'll put them in. I tried distorting it as well, so that's fine. Just on this one. Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm not used to these distortions. I could need a mix control for that. Okay, never mind. I like the drum sound, like for the snare and stuff.
That's nice.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get.
Sounds nice.
Shall we probably look at Tom's? Tom's are going to be long though. Save that. Actually, let's do some. Let's try some parallel compression because that will give us some more level. And Jay is gone.
Oh no.
I have muted you. Oh no. I have the power to mute you.
Meowt.
Send you to the pre-fighter. Somebody said what are we exactly trying to get ready for. This is just trying to make a tone, some drum tones for Jay really, I guess, for your stream. Essentially. Using just Superior plugins. Quick attack maybe? Keep playing a beat. Cool. Have a little jam on the song to see how that's sounding. Bring it sound completely out. Normally I try and like mix along with the song, but it's a bit difficult to do that with this one. Have a little play with that and just see how that sounds, and then we'll do Tom's in a minute.
Saint Anger snare. Woo.
How does it feel in your ears, like playing to it? 'Cause it's very, very different to what you used to with like room sound, maybe. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe it's not.
It's a lot more. Yes, a lot different to what I'm used to. Thank you very much for the bits. Oh, we got a hype train. We got a hype train.
Damn it. Too many windows open.
Nice. It sounds like I might need to change the buffer size because it feels like. I mean, it might just be that we've got those like in the past samples. You know what I mean? Like those things triggering a bit late. But I don't want to do that because that might break everything.
What? Like, are you getting what's the problem with it? Sorry, you're getting like a delay thing. Wasn't it?
Only very slowly.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit. It's dying a little bit. I forgot about that. But you have to do it in real time. I forgot that was a thing for you with your e-drum. Well, adding all the plugins, that's going to get worse probably. Just in my home where I've got maximum buffer size, I can just add as many plugins as I like, essentially.
Because you got what?
I use the maximum buffer size, so I can just add as many plugins as I like.
Oh,
but
of course.
I forgot that you're playing in real time, so it's a bit more. Yeah, you can't do that essentially. Really.
It'd be interesting to see how far we go before the computer say no.
Yeah, it's probably on the edge a little bit.
Like, how far can you take this before it starts crying?
There's not loads more I can do to it. 'Cause I want to look at the toms a bit more.
Yeah.
Be nice to do. Oh, snare parallel. Maybe do that as well.
Para.
Might as well add more Saint Anger to it. Let's do. Tell you what, I want to have a coffee break because I need more coffee.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then we'll look at adding that snare parallel stuff and some reverb if the computer can hack it, and then just EQing the toms and getting them in shape a bit better.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll sit here and talk to people for a second.
You want to sit here and talk? Does Acle drink shroom coffee? No shrooms for me, no. Alright, BRB.
Bye, Acle. Oh, you turn me off your monitor. Actually, no, I can't hear myself, so I think we're good. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. J. How's everyone doing? Thank you for the hype train that's probably going to die in a minute. I appreciate that. Laguna69, thanks for the follow. Thompson with a gift sub. Drystad with the bits. Irina Tess with the sub. With tier 3. Blimey. Thank you so much for that. RM Shreds. El Gono. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? So, I hope this is, like, interesting. Like, this is completely new for me and Acle. So, we are playing around with Superior Drummer 3, which is the software that I've been using forever on these streams. But I just use the sounds out of the box because I can. I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to getting, like, good drum sounds. I know it sounds good in my head, but I don't know how. I'm not an expert at making that sound great on music, basically. I don't do any of that. I let the experts do it. So this is kind of helping me because I can look at what Acle's doing here and go, oh, I see what you're doing there. And that's kind of what I'm hoping other people can get from this. Now, if the stream, I hear a couple of people said it was stuttering a little bit. If that was the case, this is going to go up on YouTube afterwards. I'm going to upload the stream file I'm saving to YouTube, so you can go and check that out afterwards. RSTAMBB, hello, RS Tamb, how's it going? Huge snare, it is a huge snare. Sounds big. We've got like 3 snares triggering. I don't want to break Acle's thing, but let's show you. If we go quickly to drums, we got these 3 snares. it's sounding pretty nice. In a minute, Acle's going to do a bit of work on the toms, I think, when he gets back from Cat World. There's Cat World. There he is. We're going to do some work on the toms. Hey! I'll let you entertain people for a second while I just go to get myself a top-up and have a wee. I'll do both of those things.
Sounds good. Go for it, pal.
Right, 2 secs, mate. I'll leave it on the drum screen so people can see what you're doing if you do stuff.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, do people on stream? Can you hear Jay's like when he's playing the kit? Can you hear his like pads quite loud? Because I'm having to mute his microphone because half the noise I can hear is his pads being picked up. I'm thinking you don't. Okay, that's good. I know in the past, when I've watched some of Jay's streams, I can hear blah, 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 in the background. I used to get some kind of gate, perhaps, so that you can get like these kind of gates. Moss uses one on stage, so that when he moves his head in front of the microphone, the mic's enabled. And then when he moves it away, it mutes the microphone. It might be quite good to get something like that for him, just to get a cleaner sound. I'm going to have to explain that whole thing all over again to Jay, but what you can hear is like pedal hat or something. I can hear it loads here. Maybe it's just the way we've got audio routed. I don't know. But he's probably got it routed differently in OBS. I'm not used to using these plugins. It's different. They're nice. I'm just not used to them. I'm used to using FabFilter and, Slate Digital, UAD, all that malarkey. So it's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. Also, I spent like 10 minutes on the snare just going, why is it not changing anything? And I think that auto makeup was making it weird. It feels a bit better now. And as soon as you put the rim mics in, it's like, there we go. Good point. Am I doing the ghost note routing thing I usually do? I was thinking about that earlier. It's a bit difficult to do that as it's being played in real time. It's easy to do it when you've got a MIDI track of the recorded MIDI. Excuse me, because you can select the ghost notes and put them onto their own. What do you call it? Put them onto their own MIDI note and then put them on their own X drum. Separate instrument. Might be a bit difficult to do that. We could try it. Let's do a save. We can always undo it. So I'd have to. How would I do that? Add instrument. Used to be the same snare drum. It's a death kit, and it was snare drum. Which one was it? I can't remember which one it was now. That one, I think. You want the center. Why does it put them out of? Yeah, so we call that Ghost STC, Ghost ST Dynamic, Ghost snare button. Chuck them to the snare. You'll put them in the snare group for now. I'm gonna do a save as in case I break it. Ghosts. And now I need Jay here to actually hit things for that to figure that bit out, I think. How do I actually do that? That might be too difficult, so it'd be some weird mapping actually. That's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know why I've done that. That's stupid. There probably is a way of doing it, but that's kind of really complicated when it's being played in real time. Because basically I'd have everything below, say, 40, the velocity is below 40, hitting that snare. But as he's playing that in real time, that's going to be difficult if he's doing like rolls and stuff. So I think it's just better to have it on that one. And there's this little control here, which you would bring up the ghost notes. So if the ghost notes are a bit quiet, we could just bring that up there, which might be the easiest option for now. Slam! Hello. I think somebody else was asking about because usually I have like a Ghost Note channel just for Ghost Notes.
Hello.
Which is easy to do. Oh, you can hear me, Kitty. I was going to try and set up a Ghost Note channel for you, but we can't because it's quite difficult to do that to live drums sort of thing. Okay. So yeah, just been chatting about that for 10 minutes. Realised it's a bit difficult to do it in real time.
Yeah, we used to do the reverse gate thing, whatever it was, so that loud hits wouldn't go through and quiet hits would. Isn't that what we used to do? So we could turn up.
Oh, live.
Yeah.
Is that what we did live?
I think so. There was like a reverse gate thing. I don't know how it worked, but
I forgot about that.
It would chop off the head of all the loud things and just let the quiet things through, so you could turn up the quiet ones.
I forgot about that. I'm not going to do that in DFH because that's going to get long. But you can just, if you ever needed to, you can just click on the snare. You've probably seen it before, and just click soft hit level up, which is probably going to be the quickest way to turn up Ghost Notes. Was that not working?
It makes no difference. Yeah, well done. Oh, there
Play quiet.
No, it is doing it. It is doing it.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Like. Yeah, it is doing it.
I don't think it sounded fine anyway, I think so. Able. My name's Able now. Thank you.
Able.
Able. What was I going to do? There's something else I was going to do before we went on to the toms. What was it? I was going to ask you something.
Parallel compression snare.
Done the parallels. There was something you mentioned when I was making a coffee. I forgot what the hell it was. That's going to bug me now. Never mind.
I actually can't. Everyone, what did I say when we were... Acle was making a coffee? Was there something that I said? I said I was going to show everyone the different snares that we were using. That's what I showed everyone.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was now. Probably wasn't important. Alright, I'm going to delete. I was going to try and set up a Ghost Note thing, but I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need it. Remove you. Goodbye, Ghosty. You can go. Let's just make sure. Remove. We could do. I don't know what the reverbs are like on this. We could do. Let's mess around with that, and then the parallel for the snare.
Parallel. Let's
do
do
parallel.
Reverb World.
Reverb World. Let's do the parallel first, and then Reverb World. How would I do? There it is. Snare para. Compression. That'll do. I'd have to blend that in. The music, but it's just adding a bit of more snappy sustains, I think, to it. Reverb. Can the CPU have the reverb? Or let's try it. Might work, but hold it with these reverbs are like. Better prefer that one. Loads of it, so a little bit of it. I'd sometimes I won't do it now, but I know live, like we did it on the last tour, put a gate before the reverb, so only the hard hits go to the reverb. So when really, doing the backbeat snare hits, only those would go through.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as you have ghost notes going into reverb, it just turns into a weird mush of like it's unnecessary. But I don't think it's really the ghost notes really seem to be triggering it that much anyway. So it's great. Shall we have a look at Les Toms?
Druzif. Hello, friend.
So Druzif.
Acle, are you mixing Man's drums from Texas? Acle is mixing Man's drums in Milton Keynes, but Man is in Texas.
The power.
Yes.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Like you're what, 4,000 miles away, 5,000 miles away, and I can hit the China now,
and it triggers on my hard drive.
Oh, cool.
And my cymbal moves. Like, what the fuck?
What?
That'd be crazy if these had little motors in them, so that when you clicked it on your end, the cymbal actually moves.
Completely unnecessary.
The most pointless invention ever. I feel like the 3 people that are doing this in the world.
No, we were looking at VST Connect, but I think I haven't looked into that briefly, but I think that's more geared towards audio. I know you can capture MIDI on it, but I needed to be able to see the superior window, which I'm pretty sure you can't do through Connect. I'm not 100% sure. So that's why I was using TeamViewer.
And also, when we tried to do it, it just went, "Your friend is online. You cannot be online." So we were like, "Oh, okay."
I want to connect to my friend. No, you are not friends. No, we're not allowed.
It was very confusing.
Toms. Oh, I don't like doing toms. They're like long, but we should do it.
I'll do a tom for you, mate.
He's gonna do a tom. He's gonna do a tom. I don't need to do that much to EQ a little bit. Right. Just keep hitting that. We could probably just keep doing like singularity style stuff. Just keep hitting. Make sure you're hitting with toms. I'm just gonna go through them. I'm gonna be soloing the start of the floor. Actually, it's one thing I haven't done, as I haven't actually messed with the bottom and the top floor mics before, as you just group them and treat them as one.
Were you thinking of adding in extra toms from the duality packs and seeing if that works?
Might be dangerous. I haven't done that before. We could experiment with it. Let's save this in case I break things. Let's save this as like starting toms. Yeah, so I like the toms from the duality pack, but the room mics in it are very dry. So I quite like these. Basically, we could try just layering toms, which seems really over the top.
It does, but who knows? We've got 53 snares, so we should probably try 2 toms at least.
Yeah, let's try it. I haven't done this before though. Right?
Ooh! Father Christmas, listen to that.
And it's low tuned. I do like that one. Blah, blah. And that's kind of how you tune your tom as well, right? But it might get all weird phasiness problems.
That's a meat feast, that is.
Let's mute that. Let's send. Where is it? Who are you? Oh, and this might take a while. That's no problem.
That's overpowering the other tom completely.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Give me a minute. What's the booth? Where do you come from? This is the thing when you start adding loads of layers, it gets confusing. It's like, what the hell? Oh, that is okay. Confusing myself. Chuck you. Toms. I'm just muting you for a minute. What? Just keep doing some single hits for a second. Or we just sack off the close mics, those close mics, and just use the room mics. What is it like?
Let's try that.
That as a close mic, and then the room mics from the other ones.
Kind of sounds separate.
That's kind of cool, I think. Sorry, my mic is on. Play like a beat with the floor tom in it. Just I might have made it too loud. Ooh. Um. Fuck's sake. Alright, let's do that with the other floor. I think these two will leave, so it'd be like...
Yeah.
Sorry, had you muted? Say again?
Yeah, no, I was just saying what you were about to say. Leave those two, but put the 2 floors as...
The 2 low ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that. So... How do I do that? Add to center. Hang on a second. Hush. Hush, child.
Hush, child.
16? 16 low tuned. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Ew. Oh, it'd be nice if you had 2 floor toms live. That'd be good, actually.
I'm thinking about getting 16 on my left.
16? Interesting. Why not
18, 18, 16, because a 20 would be a kick drum.
Yeah, you know it.
I'd love that. I'd love it sort of up there somewhere. Like what matey had in Bullet for My Valentine.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that. That's pretty cool. We should do that for recording. Maybe not a 20, but get 2 toms if you need it. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah. Floor toms. What am I doing? I need to turn the close mic for that off. So you're muted. Oh no, that one there. Mute. I'll mute you as well. Keep doing stuff with 4 and 5. The 2 floor toms, sorry. Do you want to do singularity to see how it sounds with the other 2 toms in there? Yeah. Like if it sounds like that.
I mean, they've definitely got more attack. It doesn't sound wrong though. Tom 3 or floor Tom 1 has got a lot more.
Sorry, say that again?
Tom 3 has got loads more attack, it feels like.
Yeah. I haven't.
That can be the trigger on. That's probably my end, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sensitivity on.
Like a sensitivity thing.
Yeah, they are.
What, on the Roland or on the setting?
Roland.
Okay.
Like. Yeah, let's try that.
Let's try compressing it a little bit. It's kind of different to how I normally do things, but kind of cool. Alright, just give me a little bit of Tom 1 and Tom 2, just EQ those very quickly. D two. Also, if you found the toms were too like boomy, you could just like founds that boomy. We could try always doing like the envelope thing again and just shortening it there. But I don't do that very often.
Yeah.
But it's can be a thing if you needed to. Cool. I don't want to touch toms too much, otherwise they just start to sound too processed. That's kind of the basics, really. The only thing I'm really missing, what I'd do if I was doing it normally for myself in Cubase, is I'd start adding like some kind of saturation and distortion. Well, not distortion, but it's saturation, which you can't really do with this, but it's still pretty good.
So let's just
like,
have a real quick look at the things that you put on there then, because like you obviously are so familiar with all this. I mean, you say this is you like noobing, but like even what your noobing is like light years ahead of my professional stuff. So like you've EQ'd out stuff on the toms that you didn't want there. Like what are you listening for when you're
egginess.
Define
egginess. Someone said the floor tom sounds louder than the others. It is a bit, but in the mix, it's just a way of making it cut through a bit. You can't really judge it until it's in with the mix. Plus, I quite like that tom being loud. But egginess, just the usual 400 hertz, which if you cut, I like to cut a lot of it out, so it just sounds nice and scooped almost. But I find when I do that, it just doesn't cut through in the mix as well.
Yeah.
So I like to just kind of color it a little bit, just take out a little bit. It's just to give it a smiley face kind of thing, really. But the other main thing, if I was doing this properly in a mix, I'd go through and like there's going to be resonances there. Like in Tom 2, there's like a I might gate that out a little bit, or I'd go into the EQ properly and it's roughly around there and just tame that a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just taming the resonances essentially. Because we've been soloing the drums a lot, it's kind of tricky to do that because you'd have to do it to suit the mix, suit the song as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of that, really.
Well, I mean, it sounds good.
How to mix, just smiley face. Yeah, it just scoops it.
Just smiley face, everything.
I just like that. It's kind of a standard thing, just cut 400 hertz and 500 hertz on toms because it just makes it sound a bit nicer. And then cutting resonances. Have a play with that in the song, see how it's sounding.
I think I need the
pause
hat.
it?
Yeah, pause it. I think
Okay.
the hats and things need to come up.
Oh, yeah.
Almost.
The hats, yeah.
Hats are like buried,
And
actually that tom does stick out way too much compared to the other
floor
one.
tom 2.
Floor tom 1,
Sorry, the 18 or
the smaller one.
16, sorry. Right.
Yeah.
Oh. really difficult to do small adjustments on it.
Yeah.
He was like, no. See if that's any better. Somebody asked, are the toms tuned to a specific note? Probably, but I don't know what that is. I only worry about tuning on the snare, really. I mean, you're probably more versed with tuning toms than me, Jay.
Honestly, tuning toms, I think people think there's like a way, and it depends on who you ask. Like some people that are like well into recording will say, yep, this is exactly how you do it. This is how you tune it to a note, blah, 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 blah. I would say put heads on it and make it sound good. Like the bottom head, I tune up so that it kind of just resonates and doesn't distort or fart. The bottom head, you get to a point where the top head, you just get to a point where, again, it doesn't distort and doesn't fart. It's not loose. It's just resonating nicely. Like I can almost put heads, even after 2 years off, I put heads on the kit, finger tightened it, kind of got it to where I thought it should be, and went pong, and it sounds like a nice tom. Like there's not that much to it, but if you ask someone who knew what they were doing, or someone would say something different. But
when it comes to like studio work, it might be a bit different. But yeah, for live,
yeah,
anyway. But in a studio and recording for the song, then you can tune it to suit the song if needed.
Should we not last hi-hat up a bit?
Yeah, it was really quiet. I haven't even looked at that. Oops. Just EQ that a little bit.
Can you move the position of it sonically so it doesn't sound completely panned left, or is it there?
Keep going on the hi-hat. Do some open stuff as well. See if that's better, like when you're playing a beat.
It does feel a bit better, yeah. Do you know if there's
sorry, I muted.
Do you know if there's a way? It does sound a bit better, yes. If there's a way, because I've never found this, to pan an instrument. Like if I want to move that sonically a little bit more around to the right.
I just put it more to the center actually, but it's just.
Oh shit! Okay, brilliant. If it can go slightly more left.
Like that.
Other way, like back towards where it was. There.
Perfect. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Go on perspective. Playing on the song again and see how it feels like level wise or everything.
Yeah.
Go back to the start.
Feels better.
What I just remembered actually is we could turn up just the pedal hat because all know you want the pedal hat. So all articulations, pedal closed. Just select that one. like just for effect, boost it up to 12 dB. But that's just boosting that articulation by 12 dB. But I usually boost it, a few dB or something. That's quite handy. Let's go from there. Start the verse if I can find it.
Stack needs to be a bit more like attacky.
Attacky.
Stack.
But louder.
Yeah.
Just doing that. Yeah, cool. Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
jazz version.
Feels quite good here.
Yeah, man. I wonder if we can get any more room out of the cymbals,
What was that again? Say that again.
a little bit more height out of the cymbals.
What, volume or?
Oh, hello, metronome.
What do you mean volume? Sorry.
Just presence. Like.
I'll have a look. Okay.
We've got a polyrhythm metronome now. metronome there is completely
music while I
broken.
look at the overheads again.
So-
Second.
I don't know if it's easy to
Yeah,
fix.
just keep playing some stuff with cymbals in it.
Dante, this one is being recorded. It'll be on the Tesseract YouTube later.
Also, second. There's the I don't usually use this mic, but there's like a second set of microphones for the overhead. Drop it in there, and maybe tube. Save. Keep playing a bit with some barleys. I think just turning it up should have helped. I don't like boosting the top end of the cymbals too much. I've given it like a little bit of a boost, but it can sound a bit fake otherwise. Oh, I could do a gated reverb actually. How do I do that in a lot of my boxes? How do I do that? Gated verb. Leave that one over there. Send you to gated verb. Yeah. Yeah. You go to drums. Philly reverb. mix, it can be quite cool. Hello, Daniel. Those overheads too loud for me, but you probably like that because you're a drummer. So. Play along the mix again.
Like a motherfucker. Hello, Dan. Snare's actually getting...
What's that?
The snare's actually getting buried. Like the snare accents.
So I was playing around a bit. That might be why.
Sorry.
Might mix up mute the rim mics as well. See how it's like? Try that again. See what it's like. We've got too much reverb.
Yeah, it's like... I think it might have too much on it. Or, I mean,
That'd probably be something you'd have... That'd be something you'd have to, like, tweak on your end, because I think that's more of a feel thing, probably.
I can just literally
that
raise
sounds quite nice, but...
the rim gain I can turn up by like tenths of a dB on my end, so
is it like a sensitivity thing or like
yeah,
right? The snare's a little bit over the top, but I quite like that.
It sounds like a Tesseract snare.
Yeah, well.
That's why it's never fair. Because if you see how much there's 3 snares. 3 snares. I'd have to have a tower of snares.
The original like Polaris, I think I had 7, which is something daft.
Oh my god!
Which is stupid. Like it's unnecessary. I try not to do that anymore. I'll usually have 2 or 3 nowadays if I'm doing program drums. It is
and then
stupid,
I hit my 1 snare on stage, and it's like, oh no.
Well, no, it sounded good when we did that 2019 tour, like the festival run. We had it tuned nicely then, and just the mics all set up nicely. We kind of had a nice flow going when we were doing that one.
I'm up for experimenting with some. In fact, we can try and do this. Experiment with snare sounds. I don't know how we do that on stream without being in the same room, but we could like having different snare heads.
When you get your drum studio, when you move, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll be able to explore those type of things. Like I need to get the drum room set up, and then some like, I guess just plugins. Like I don't know. I'd have to take.
Yeah, or even trying to think. You'd have to get like a good interface with however many channels you'd need.
Yeah.
Could do an X32, so then at least latency wouldn't be a problem. I'd have to figure that out. But yeah, we could just do a TeamViewer thing, so it's the same kind of thing, but use TeamViewer to mess around with plugins and stuff. If you could use plugins, that'd be better than using an X32, obviously. But we could figure that out.
Oh yeah, we'll figure that out. I just need to. We could probably switch it so that I could be streaming off the laptop, and the PC could be handling the
mixy stuff.
because it's got more power. So we could probably do that.
That makes sense.
But I mean, I'm really impressed with the amount of plugins we've been able to throw on this without it really throwing too much of a wobbly. If I was trying to stream on the PC, I think on the machine it'd be a little bit upset.
A bit upset. I think it. What's the word? It screws up occasionally. You can see it kind of going, oh my heart, oh god. You probably had a few more, but it's kind of a bit on the edge there.
Yeah. Sounds pretty massive.
The issue might be like you might load a different song up, like Sondra might be like, oh, it just doesn't suit this song at all. I've kind of been doing it towards dystopia, probably with hexes actually, but
yeah. But I mean, it kind of
happens sometimes.
I'm kind of pleased with it. I think it sounds okay to me.
And then if you needed to, we're basically using this for the volume, the slate thing. So if we turn this off, it's going to be really quiet.
Oh my god! Okay, so
yeah, so I'm using that. It gives me all the headroom essentially. So if I wanted to go and boost in loads of low end on my kick drum, I've got headroom to do that. I've probably gone a bit overboard with it. No, that's not too bad actually. It's like -6. And ideally we'd put like a bus compressor there as well, so that like everything gets glued together, but you need some nice plugins for that. But
yeah, I haven't got loads of plugins.
That's more mixy world. So, yeah.
Nice.
But I think after this, it's just down to taste, because I don't know what you're used to in your ears, so it's going to be a big. You're also probably used to something as well, so it's going to be very different to what you're used to.
It'd be interesting doing getting a mix that is not designed specifically for like a song, but it's. I mean, I've learned a lot of why you do things. I'd still be slow at doing it, but like I definitely wouldn't process the snare as heavily. I get why it's like that for the music, but it doesn't feel like a snare. Like the way that I try and get it to sound is like I'm sat behind a kit. That's like the ultimate goal, I think, for having an E-kit like this, is that you get it as close to like a kit as you can.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So if we're
but I want it to sound like a explosion,
a cannonball.
Yeah, well, you could probably just have to back off. If you want to do that using this, you just back off on like this parallel compression and bring the room mics down a little bit. Because the actual close mics, I'm not doing that much to it. Like the compression that's on it is really subtle. It's probably all the room mics, to be fair. Like for muted, where is it? or maybe it's the layers. Could be the layers. That's a bit more realistic, but it's not as briefly. It'd just be a case of just sort of, bringing levels down and stuff, really.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I think the thing that it would be there in a room, which is the crazy thing, but the faster, there's like almost like an explosion that cuts off.
That's probably the gated stuff, and what happens if I mute, where is it, those two? It's that one. That one maybe? That's still doing it?
A little bit, not that bad though.
Might be, take that one down. Probably because it could be partly because the rim shots are 3 layers, whereas all your rolls are center. So it's probably like
that's true.
Maybe just the layers need to come down a little bit. Maybe. A bit better. In the mixer, I think it sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why, like, there's a difference between like mixing for a record and mixing for like monitoring and things like that. Like,
yeah, sure, I get that.
But I definitely that's flipping useful to do an exercise like this to be able to go back in and see what's where and why it's there. And
yeah,
I've
it's mainly
stuff.
like.
I've learned.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I've learned things. It's mainly the layers, and for me, just like picking what you want from the rim mics. Like the far ones, I usually just send the snares and the toms to it. What was the other thing? That's the main thing for me, I think. Just getting the rim mics right, because they kind of make it sound. They can make it sound realistic, but also make it big. But if you go to town with it, it'll make it kind of sound fake big as well. But yeah,
nice.
There's not much else I do with this though in terms of processing
No.
within the constraints of these plugins anyway, which do sound pretty good. But yeah,
Nice. What are you guys saying in the chat? Anyone got any questions? Any thoughts? Drystad, you
oh
off
my
the
god,
bed?
how did it get to 10 o'clock?
My days. Yeah, I was gonna say it's getting late here, but it's not. It's just getting late for me.
Yeah.
I'm used to I'm wrapping up about this time normally each day. We literally went for a meal.
Yeah.
We're eating dinner at like 4:30 at the moment. I'm turned into parents. And going to bed at whenever it's dark, we're like, oh, let's go to bed. And you look, it's like 6:30. What? Mad.
I'm probably gonna make dinner at midnight, but I'm complete opposite.
What you got for dinner?
Texas time. I don't know. Maybe some Korean chicken wings. I'll try some of those.
Oh man, it sounds lovely. We're we've got less than a week left in Austin, so we're just going to all of our favorite places all the time.
Of course, yeah.
We'll probably do the same again tonight. There's a place called Buffalina that's so good.
Buffalina?
Buffalina. It's actually Buffalina.
Buffalina.
Buffalina. We're going to go there again. Well, definitely once again this week. But it's not like the cheapest place, but oh my god. It's a simple, one of them places that's just got one menu that's like piece of paper, and the wine's all on the back. It's pizzas and starters, and it's like what is it, fire roast pizzas, whatever it is, when they stick it in one of them big coal fires, a very round thing, stick it in for 60 seconds and pull it out. Oh my god, it's delicious. Oh,
I could do one of them actually.
I love it.
Somebody's saying, how is Audio Movers working out for you all? Which we've only just started using basically today, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, it worked real well. The only thing that was sneaky is that we went on to buy it because it's like $16 a month or something like that, and I click the option that's $16 a month, and it all goes through. and then I'll get an email, and it's like, thank you, £200 has been debited from your account, or dollars. I'm like, hang on a minute. And there's a little toggle that you have to hit that's annual or monthly, and I didn't see the toggle. I just assumed the one in the middle that said 16 something. Click that one, so it charged me $200 flipping dollars. So yeah, I've emailed them to be like, hey, my money. I hope they'll sort it out.
My money. How could you do this to me?
That's sneaky.
Yeah, good plugin though. It worked, except this afternoon when we first loaded it and when we were setting this up last week, it was coming through like really quiet on my end, but it would drop for no reason. But then like restarting my computer seemed to solve it. It was a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know
Some
why
weird
that would
bug thing.
be.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one.
It happened today as well, didn't it?
Yeah, just before we started the stream, but touch wood, it's been alright. And no, we're not using it to stream the MIDI. We were looking into that, but we're literally using it. It's on Jay's laptop, so it's sending his audio from his laptop or from his eKit to me. Because if I hear the audio over Discord, it's just like really compressed and the quality is shit, and you can't mix through that because it's just like no top end on it, and it just sounds like shit.
You can choose the quality of the audio that you're sending as well based on the person's upload speed. Like if the person you're dealing with has got rubbish internet,
yeah, I've kept it low just 'cause I think we had some glitches before, didn't we?
Yeah,
but you can do it
at
essentially WAV quality,
and which is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
you can choose that, and then you choose the latency. Like you've got half a second, but you can put it right down to like, what is it, 100
milliseconds.
100 milliseconds. So
I'm not going to try that because I'll probably break it. But
yeah, that would probably have a bad time. But half a second between me and you is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we're just using TeamViewer for Acle to remote control my laptop next to me, and that's how we got around it.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite useful in future when you've got your drum studio set up, like you were saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cool. I'd love to do, especially when I've got the acoustic kit set up. I'd love to do more like this if we're like doing jammy jams and things. Although I suppose I'd be playing to you. You'd have to stream audio to me, and I'd have to play, or I don't know how that wouldn't work.
But I think we'd have to take it in turns essentially, because otherwise the delay wouldn't work. Really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
we just figure out exactly what the latency is, and just program a song that like the quarter note is whatever that is, so that.
Oh God. Matheract, Jesus.
Oh God, that'd be
too much.
7x7 says, "Can we hear a little snippet again?" Just tuned in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go from the
rewind. I need to go to the loo so I can let you jam while you're doing that. Do you want to play along with the song?
Yeah, let's do the song.
Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
There you go. Bunch of metal.
Okay.
For God's sake, that's what. Why does it always descend?
Like a rehearsal, isn't it?
It is. It's like, oh.
Well, 1 o'clock for me. I'm clocking off.
Fair enough.
Well, from mixing duties anyway.
That's fair.
Sounds good here on my monitors, but I mean, you could obviously try that out with other songs. Like, I guess you could just save that as a
Oh yeah.
what do you call it? A preset.
Save that as
and import it.
Do that now. File save, and do Acle.
I've become your laptop bitch.
Acle boy. Yeah, I'm just like using telepathy. Just, save laptop bitch.
You're saving it in there.
Acle bitch. Call it Acle bitch.
Acle
There you
bitch.
For God's sake. Oh man, that's beautiful.
That was what I was going to say earlier. I know when I've listened to your streams in the past, I can hear your pads. I don't know what it's like at the moment, but your pads are quite
Paddy.
not loud, but you can like
They're
yeah,
in
it just
there.
sounds like weird, like with the pads going along with the samples. You know, have you noticed Moss live? He uses a little when he's with his microphone, he's got like a little gate, an opto
Yeah,
gate.
the
in front of
little gate laser.
the gate. You could always look in. Well, if you wanted to, you don't have to. It's just an idea. Like have that so that when you move your head in front of the mic, the microphone goes on.
I thought that, but I'm like always kind of in front of it because it's there. I don't know how I'd have to sit like this and then
Or to get a foot switch for it, maybe. If you
Or
wanted it, it'd just make it. It would help it sound better if you needed
Yeah.
it, but it's probably not essential for you for twitching.
It's really because you can't set any kind of gate because the sound of hitting one of these is louder than me talking
Is it?
here.
Yeah.
I've tried all that. Like there's not like a sweet spot. I could have something that's just a big button that's like mute, unmute. That'd be really quick, like a button that mutes the mic. But that'd have to be a separate stream deck because it's connected to my laptop here. It's connected, the stream deck's connected to the stream machine, so I'd have to get a secondary, some kind of remote button thing.
Might be a bit
I
overkill.
I wonder if I had some kind of toggle by my foot that I could just like foot off the hi hat, unmute the mic, and then be like, mute. That'd be
that's what
amazing.
I think Moss does that actually
He does that
for his mic.
He uses his flipping toe to control a stream deck. Literally,
Footman.
He uses his foot to control his stream deck. So like, that'd be amazing.
That's a lot of control on your toe. I can't do that with my toe.
That's actually not a bad idea. But I just want a button. I wouldn't want like a bank of buttons. I just want one big button.
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
I might look into that because you are right. It does. I know sometimes it's crap. You can hear the pads really loud.
Yeah, it just sounds a bit weird, but
Yeah, you sound a bit weird.
cheers. I don't know how to respond to that.
They just fight each other live.
Shut up.
Right, shut up, mate. Shall we? We can wrap this up then. I think, unless you want to.
There's more. It'd be nice to do more to it, but I think we've kind of reached the limits of your CPU, to be honest.
Okay.
And
I'm
plus
honestly
the
a
other
bit
stuff I
knackered
do
as
would
well.
be. Yeah, that's fair enough. The other stuff I do would be kind of like saturation-y things, like with stupid plugins. But I think that's a good start, though. To be fair, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I think it's really good. I hope people watching it have enjoyed. If you haven't, then it's your fault because we were really entertaining. Neuro raidy time. Yes, please, if that's okay. Set up a raid. Me and Acle are gonna go. Ackle's gonna go and cook some food. I think I'm gonna probably go and do the same. And
Wine time.
we're gonna go
o'clock.
raid Chimp Spanner. There you go. He's good. at what he
Chimpy
does.
started. Yeah, nice.
And I'm going to do one more stream this week, at least, from this room, because it'll be the last one I ever do before I go to Charlotte. But yeah, thanks for jumping on. I've enjoyed hanging out with you on a stream. It's nice when it's two of us.
Mixes it up. It's just more fun to kind of interact as well, like instead of just jamming over stuff solo sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Definitely do more of it once you moved in.
Yeah,
to the new
absolutely.
place.
And once again, guys, thank you so much for the subs and the tips and all that stuff while we've been streaming. I really appreciate that. software we've been using is Toontrack Superior Drummer 3. If you're a drummer, or don't have to be a drummer, you can be an Acle. It's well good. There you go.
He's good. Been using it for ages.
Poltergeisting my drums again. Go and raid. Go and raid. Da, 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 da. Right, ladies and gents, go and raid. I'll catch you. I'll catch you soon. Thank you so much.
Doodles.